Hey guys, welcome to another video brought to you by Total Control Traders. Quick reminder before we get into it. The free giveaway have now begun and is available for 2 days only. Today, Sunday the 24th, and tomorrow, Monday the 25th. So what the free giveaway is a 7-day free trial to our trading community. And what you can expect from the trading community based on the last two accountability checks. One at the end of 2020 was 9 correct call-outs out of 12, as you can see on the screen here. And then the second accountability check is based on from January till the January 15th, beginning of January till the 15th. Semi-monthly accountability checks was 15 out of 17 correct call-outs. So that's roughly about an 85% correct call-out rate. Make sure you check out our website at the end of the video at totalcontroltraders.com. Alright, let's get right into it. Today we have 30 some tickers, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet for you guys. First one, ZYME, ZYME. On the weekly, we are seeing a channel developing, rejecting from the upper side of the channel. On the daily, we are holding the GP, and if you're in the play, GP is a must hold. As we can see on the daily, it's a choppy chart. It does not respect the ADMA. Even on the weekly, it does not respect the ADMA. So you might want to try using a different EMA for this chart. We can see previously before in 2019 it did respect the weekly 8, but choppy chart, hard to trade. Know your stops. Know where to take profits, which ideally will be at this upper trend line. And ideal entries, there could be another trend line around here. Which would line up with the previous high support. This would be an ideal entry. This would be the most ideal at the lower trend line of the channel. Next ticker. And somehow I lost my ticker list. There we go. Next ticker, CLII. Look at this gap up. Congrats, CLII bulls. I believe this is news. This is caused by news. Now, give me 1 second. Let me look at this. BNGO, an LS power company and leader in US electric vehicle fast charging, to publicly list through business combination with climate change crisis, CLII, basically acquisition corporation. So this is definitely caused by news. CLII is gonna help. From the sound of it, looks like it's gonna help LS power company to list onto New York Exchange. Remember, when you play news, don't play the news, play the reaction to the news. However, this one looks like it's holding up well. So let's dive in a little deeper. 30-minute. Ideally, you want to be in the trade already, especially since this is news. Use the 30-minute 8 as your guide. As of right now, no major cause of concern. We are holding up really nicely after that news. We can see at the first candle there is a lot of profit taking, but now we're holding up on the 30-minute 8. Alright, next ticker, QIWI PLC. Okay, long-term downtrend, huge gap down followed by sell-off. Would not be touching this chart. Yeah, must hold. Is at 8, basically $9. Right now we're hovering about 10. So the first must hold zone is the low of 21st, Thursday. Not seeing any reversal yet. Maybe slight reversal on the hourly. Let's see. Lower low. Lower high. Higher low. Okay. So hourly reversal. Still choppy chart. We can see even on the hourly with all these dashes, very illiquid. Very minimally traded. If you're in the trade, it's going to be hard to get in or get out. Not something I'd be touching, especially considering a weakness. We are forming likely a weekly bear flag. Yeah, weekly bear flag, potentially looking at further downside. Next, RLX technology. IPO. This is doing very well for IPO chart. Generally, we see a huge profit taking on IPO followed by further downside. However, this chart seemed to be very bullish. IPO, we came out, profit taking, got bought up. If we look at the shorter time frames, it began trading at 910. Huge profit taking, came back down, decreasing bear volume, then started trending upwards. As there's not too much history on this chart because it's the first day of IPO, use the 30 minute just showed up, so use the 30-minute 8 as your guide if you're in the trade. Not a whole lot to say on this chart, not a whole lot of data. BB, BlackBerry. I think it's been years since I looked at this chart. Okay, I can see why you requested this chart. Seeing some major bull volume, major bull action. Something happened here. The news caused this. Huge gap up, huge profit taking. This is actually a good sign, guys. BlackBerry, as we all know, there is a ton of bag holders in this name. Right under 10 bucks. So when we see a huge gap up like this, we would anticipate lots of sellings. However, now that we've seen most of the sellings, most of the bag holders gone, and we have finally broken over 10 bucks for the first time since March of 2019, nearly 2 years. Upside on this chart is beginning to show up. There are still lots of resistances along the way, but we seem to be breaking through all the resistances all in one go. Chart is extremely bullish. Volume coming in, broke over the support, retested it, and kept going. Not too far extended on the daily either. We are steadily going up. 4-hour 8 EMA would be your guide on increasing bull volume. Could very well just keep on grinding up with a 4-hour 8 EMA. However, do keep in mind this has been a 92% run already. Not seeing any volume climaxes or any reason to exit your bull trade yet. Very nice chart. Key resistance to break 1455. After that, let's take a look at the weekly. After 1495, looking up at 15, 1670, then 18. The next key resistance would be 18 bucks. Chart's looking primed to go. On the weekly, we are getting extended. We could see another candle on the weekly to make a higher high before a pullback. So chart is getting a little bit extended on the weekly, but seeing that similar to marijuana sector, the MG sector, we are seeing a trend reversal, so that's good, and a lot of people has been anticipating for this chart, and that's why we're seeing a huge follow through. Amazing chart, keep it on your watch. We'll likely have more follow through before a pullback. Not seeing any upper wicks on this last week, no cause for concern. Next, GME. Alright, so the next few charts, including BlackBerry, is all breakout charts. Trying to section the tickers together so it's easier for you guys to look at, as well as for me to go through. So GME, huge follow through. Since January 8th, has been a 350% run. Congrats GME bulls. Seeing an upper wick on the daily. Not too far extended on the daily yet either. Volume, huge bull volume. Big upper wick. Anticipation on Monday, likely an inside bar. No cause for concern. Use the hourly 8 as your guide. We can see that it's been touch, almost touch, grinding up, now forming a hourly bull flag. Very strong bull flag. Up. No, don't even know if we can call this a bull flag. I don't think we can. Let's see, 30-minute. Watch for that. Next, TDOC. Congrats, TDOC bulls. New all-time high. On volume. Not huge volume, but on volume. And close near the high of day. Can't ask for any better. Would anticipate one more bull day before we get extended on the daily and look for a pullback. No reason to exit this trade yet. If you are in the trade, hourly is a bit choppy. Use the 4-hour 8 as your guide. However, we can see that we have broken under the 4-hour 8 a couple times. So look for that volume. After these 3 huge bull volume days, if you are seeing a low bear volume breaking the 4-hour 8, it should not be cause for concern unless you see follow through on increasing bear volume. Yeah. No reason for exit. Next, JMIA. Congrats, JMIA bulls. We have hit that 1-to-1 extension target from this last move. However, looking at this chart, would draw a little bit differently. Let's see what this brings us. Okay, already surpassed that. I would anticipate a stall in this area. Huge bull volume. No cause for concern yet either. Let's look at the weekly. Already way past those targets. And the impulse move went past that. Okay, so realistic target 70 based on this last impulse move, which also lines up with 1.618 extension target. Looking up at 70 bucks. Earnings quite some time away, not to worry about it. No cause for exit yet, except something to keep your eyes on. Trend line. Broken over the RSI trend line. It is still a bear divergence, but keep a close eye on it if you're in the trade. Monday, gonna have to see a reaction on this trend line. Want to see a break on increasing bull volume. Likely to see sideways action to form a bull flag. Next, Twitter. Messy chart. Oh yeah. Alright, so Twitter, really liking the setup here. Not a fan of the low bull volume on Friday. Entered the trade on this GP slash trendline bounce. We can see on the weekly, this trend line has been holding us up. Bounce from here, the first bounce, second bounce, almost touched it, bounced again, and then we bounced again last week. From here, target is just broken it over the 88. That's a good sign. Then following Monday, we want to see slow and steady increasing bull volume. First target, GP fill, 50 bucks, followed by that, or gap fill, sorry, not GP, gap fill, 50 bucks, following GP, 52, then all-time highs. Right now, use the already is not so good. Use the 4-hour 8. Have not broken down or closed under it. We opened below it, got bought up right away on Friday. Use the 4-hour 8 as your guide. Very bullish. ABNB. Not too ideal. Decreasing bull volume. Wicks on both sides. Okay, so we basically came back to test the channel, the trend line. Depends how you draw this. If you draw it from up here, it would be closer to the touch. But yeah, basically came back to test it. Now we are holding the RD8. Use that as your guide. I want to see Monday, first thing, break this 183 and close above it. Chart's looking real nice. Look at this bull volume. Lack of sellers. No reason for exit. Next, space. Loving the chart, the setup on this chart. Relatively low bull volume. However, these bear volumes were after this spike in bull volume, so a quick break on the bull flag setup, already seeing follow through, closed over the resistance. Liking the setup, will likely re-enter the trade. Slight decreasing bull volume on the 4-hour. Losing a bit of a steam. Watch for this trend line. Use this as your guide. If we break under it and break and close under it, that's your exit signal. So far, no reason for exits. AMC. Amazing setup. Look at this weekly trend line. Look how long it's been. So this is something that was witnessed in MJ sector, as well as what's that, the ticker that we just wanted? Oh, BlackBerry, MJ sector and BlackBerry. Huge long-term downtrend. This one is 218 weeks of downtrend. What is that? 4 years? 4 years of downtrend. Rejecting off of the trend line constantly. We'll just call this one rejection. 2, 3, fake out, 4, and now we are right on it. But the difference is, look at this bull volume. Nothing like we've seen before. Nothing like we have seen before. On the daily, slightly broke over. Still have this resistance area that we closed right at the top of. but based on this bull volume, especially the 19th, which is Tuesday, Monday we already started seeing bull volume come in. Tuesday increase, lack of sellers, another increase on Friday for bull volume. Loving this chart. Gonna want to see a follow through. This is gonna be a long play if you guys want to be in it. Anticipation would be potential rejection from here, backtest this trend line to a new high, reject from the previous high, ideally a 0.5 retracement, then further up. Very nice setup for a reversal, but Monday, Tuesday is key. We don't want to see a give back completely. That'd be a red flag. But right now, chart's looking good. Just broke over the long-term trend line. Watch for something like this. Don't want to reject right away. Next is CGC. That's perfect. So, as I was mentioning in AMC, similar idea, long-term trend line, reject, then we finally broke, back-tested, sideways action for some time, and now we're going. MJ sector looking bullish. Short-term wise, daily bull flag setting up after this 45% run. Real nice daily bull flag, low bear volume. Right now is low bull volume as well, but we'll be watching for that bull volume to come in for a higher high. MJ sector looking very bullish. Next, VFF. Haven't covered this ticker in a long time, since November, October. Well, I stopped watching it back in September when it broke bear. Chart's looking really nice. Trend is in favor of the bulls. Actually, that would have been the perfect entry. Not if we weren't looking at this wedge, but instead, if we were just looking at the trend line, this long-term trend line, we can see that we broke bull, came back down, broke bull again, back tested it, then sideways similar to CGC, then boom. So chart is same idea, setting up a bull flag, a little bit weaker than CGC, breaking under the daily 8, but we'll be looking for that next leg up. Right now, we are still holding the 0.5, liking the setup. Next, QS. My dog just came to visit me. Been in the office for too long today, I guess, especially for a Sunday. QS, bouncing after the gap fill. What a perfect place to bounce from. However, still looking very bearish. What is this? 44.55, and we gap filled 1 cent under 44.54. Bull volume came in. Did not see too much of a. Whoa, is that actually a 15% move? Wow. Okay, I'm really liking the setup now then. On a daily chart wise, doesn't look like much of a move, but when you measure the movement, that single day was a 15% bounce. This chart, when it goes, hey, let's look at this. Let's say break of daily 8, and we go to GP, that's 91%. Keep this chart on your watch. There's lots of upside potential. we are seeing a rejection of 88 on decreasing bull volume. So likely scenario that I would anticipate is to come back, make a lower low to form a bull divergence. That'll be your entry. Gonna be on top watch. Let me add this. Where's my notes? Alright, let me add this to the notes. So QS touch PSTH, next ticker PSTH. Nice setup. Long-term bull wedge. 9 trading days so far. On the RD, we are right on the upper trend line. Chart is extremely bullish, stalling after hitting that 1-to-1 target. Gonna be looking for further upside on this chart. Next target 33.84. Nice decreasing volume, consistent bull volume, keeping the chart up. Have not lost at 88. Keep your eyes on this chart. No reason for any exits yet. Next, LAZR, Luminar. There's a nice setup in here. Just gotta find it. Something along there. Sideways action. Personally, I don't like this setup as much, just because of how much we gave back here. However, one thing I did notice is the hold on this trend line. We held, so this is where the trend line formed. On the 4-hour, broke down under it, but now we're holding it again. Seem to be holding the 4-hour 8, so keep your eyes on it. Use the 4-hour 8 as your guide. Next one, DKNG. First trading chart, owes me money. Try playing for a bounce back here, but because of I think it was shares unlock, one of the rare scenarios where share unlock day it did not bounce. It was somewhere around here and it just kept going down. This is a major support area. And now we are seeing decent move after the bounce from point. Wait, this is not the right one. Sorry guys, bear with me. Let's draw, been a while since I looked at this chart. Let's draw a new one. Where's the target? First target 65. Lines up with previous high. Looks like there's actually another wedge forming based on the volume. You can see that this is a long-term decreasing volume, so that's still the choppy action. I'm thinking there's another wedge forming. Actually, I can just draw this one. This could drag out for a very long time. We'll be paying attention to this upper trend line. If we're looking at the new highest test, gonna have to break this upper trend line first. Volume is not convincing. Choppy trade, not interested yet. We'll be looking for an entry somewhere down here. Trend line alongside. We'll probably drag it out and then touch right here kind of thing. Most ideal entry 44. Next, CRSR, Corsair. Nice daily bull flag, or weekly. Nice weekly bull flag. Holding that weekly 8. Could potentially drag it out for a little bit longer. Something to watch for. Maybe somewhere around there. Nice bull volume that came in on Friday, bouncing from this lower trend line, which makes sense. Huge bull volume though. Based off of this volume, would expect to see follow through on Monday. Stalling at the daily 8, closed right up just above it. Should see follow through on Monday, but then watch for a reaction on this upper trend line. Yeah. Congrats, Corsair Bulls. 10% in one day, hey? Next is YSG. Oh wow, completely missed this chart on Friday. Nice bounce. Right from support. 6%, right from support. So we were looking at this on Wednesday, I believe it was, and I mentioned watch this area, support and the trend line lines up. We didn't come down to touch this trend line, but support would have been your spot to buy. This and 0.5 as well. Triple confluence makes sense that we bounce from here. However, low bull volume. What a perfect entry. I hope you guys kept the watch on this ticker because I stopped looking at it. I stopped looking at it on Thursday. Wasn't a ticker with enough volatility for me to spark my interest, but worked out perfectly. 0.5 trend line support bounce. From here, similar to Twitter, I'd be looking for the upside. Lots of wicks on the weekly. It's gonna be choppy to trade. And use this support 1844 or even lower of Friday 1842 as your stop. Double bottom. Look at that. Would anticipate increasing bull volume. Want to see that first thing Monday. Next, OSTK. Overstocked. Broke bull on increasing bull volume. Rejected from the resistance. A fairly key resistance. It makes sense that we reject from it. $70, right under $70. Lots of resistance towards the upside, but based on the volume, looks like it's gonna do a run into earnings coming up on February 3rd. So expectation from here, once we break, it makes sense that we break, stall in this area. Oh, too far. No, that would be too much. This is going to be an area for stall for sure. So most likely running up into around this area towards earnings before getting shot back down. No cause for exit yet. Alright, next, Home Depot. Daily trend reversal. Higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Chart is looking nice. Decent bull volume. No spikes. Potentially still in the daily wedge. Let's take a look at this. Okay, broke that already. Then there's another one. Broke bull already too. So key resistance we're looking at is 290 followed by 292. Chart's looking prime to go. When is earnings? February 23rd, so not for some time. If you're in the bull play, use the 88 as your guide. We've just started running, likely come back to back test the 88, not extended from it yet, so no cause for exit. Next, BNGO. Nice continuation. Bear divergence, came back down. So bear follow through. Still haven't touched the 88. Extremely strong chart. 1-to-1 extension coming up at 1063. Could form another bear divergence if we were to touch it. No reason for exit. Same idea. Use the 88 as your guide. Congrats. Last time we reviewed it, it touched, well, towards the first days of reviewing it, it touched the 88. From there, you're up 137% already. So congrats BNGO bulls. 88 is your guide. I believe Kwanzaa's in it. Congrats Kwanzaa. BBBY. Nice follow through. Increasing bull volume after lack of sellers. Not extended on the 88 yet. Target coming up 3308. Monday, if we see a follow through and touch the target, that'd be your exit. Would form a potential volume climax extended from the 88, but want to see that sign of follow through first thing Monday to give hopes for 33.8, or else likely to form another bull flag such as the last one. Chart is extremely strong. If you want to be less conservative, 30-minute 8 is your guide. So bull flag form here, went up, back tested the support, and now we're holding the 30-minute 8. Next, BABA. Interesting chart. Got extended on the 88, coming back down. Now likely to form a bull flag. Went straight past the support zone and the trend line, so not respecting the technical analysis as much. Ideal entry would be another test around this 252 area right here, 252.50, which lines up with 88. Look for that entry on Monday if you're interested in the trade. However, we are seeing a low bull volume after decreasing bear volume. Earnings coming up February 2nd. Doesn't particularly spark any interest for me. This would actually be an ideal entry. Gap fill as well. Yeah, if you're interested, use that 88 for your entry. This is BABA, BIDU. Next ticker is BIDU. Still seeing a decreasing volume. Bull flag that broke bull right away. Low bear volume. Chart is very strong. we'll be looking for another leg up, waiting for that 88 to catch up. After this kind of decreasing volume, watch for a volume pop. It could go one way or the other, especially after this kind of run from 132, 100% run. On BIDU, not a ticker that I've traded before, so not too sure what the movements usually look like. But if you look at this movement, March 20th, from November up to our highs, 2 months, 100%. All-time highs coming up. All-time highs on deck. Now let's draw out a resistance zone. Rejected right from the lower end. Okay, keep your eyes on this one. 262 to 284 resistance zone. Use the 88 as your guide if you're in the trade. No reason for exit until that breaks. Next one, OZON, the Amazon of Europe. Not an ideal chart. After seeing increasing bull volume, saw lots of upper wick forming. Last time we reviewed it was on Wednesday or Thursday, so it was a cause for exit. Saw increasing bear volume on Friday, but bounced from the 88. So if you are in the trade, use the 88 as your guide. Chart actually looks really nice. Really nice spot for bounce. Previous high 51.04 to the penny, 51.04. Most ideal entry would have been 51.04. But from here, anticipate a bull flag to form. Chart still looking relatively strong. No reason for exit until the 88 breaks or the 51.04, a clear stop for you. Next, shot. So figures the weekend video. Let's review the Canadian FANG equivalent, stars. First one, shop. Nice setup. Long-term wedge, broke bull, came to back test on decreasing volume, likely to set up a weekly bull flag. Volume is still not substantial. We can see long-term decreasing bull volume, or not bull, decreasing volume on the long term. Gotta look for that volume pop. This one's gonna be so nice when it pops, and I'm anticipating further upside. This is gonna provide a very nice move. We already back tested the trend line. Let's see what the targets look like. Target looking up at 1681. Alright, keep that in mind. Very nice chart, holding the 88. Use the 88 as your guide. If you're in it for the long run, use the weekly 8 as your guide. TDD, trade desk. Lost the weekly 8 on volume. First sign of concern. Potential trend change on the weekly. Rejecting from weekly 8. Alright, let's see. Let's take a look at where we are. Lost to 0.5. GP must hold. After GP, likely to see a gap fill down to 664.38. Chart is looking more bearish than most of the other tickers that we've covered today. So just keep in mind, if you are still in the trade, the 88 should be your guide. We lose and close under that, there's a lot more downside. ADBE, Adobe. Well, have not looked at this chart in some time. Last time I looked at it was rejection of this resistance area. Now we're bouncing from the lower trend line of the wedge again. This is actually reminding me of Amazon setup. Look at this, guys. Wick from the lower trend line, closed just slightly below the support zone. Upper wicks are forming. It's giving me a sense of a little bit more bearish than bullish, because this break ideally should not have been shut down as much as it did. So chart is giving me a sense of a little bit more bearish. We can see bear volume outweighing bull volume as well. Not interested. Clear stop if you're in the trade. Low of 453.34, that's your stop. Next, ROKU. The gift that continues to give. The gift that continues on giving. Yeah, there we go. The gift that continues on giving. Since the low of pandemic, we have run up 669%. Chart cannot be any more bullish. Daily 8, a clear guide. If you're in it for the long play, weekly 8. Yeah, use the weekly 8, guys. This chart, no reason for exits. Aside from maybe now, a little bit upper wick. If you want to be trading, actively trading it, you can exit here, rebuy on the weekly 8. But extremely good long-term hold. I think it's just gonna continue going. Last earnings, 122% surprise. Earnings before, 31% surprise. Earnings is on a upward trend, it seems. Red. Yeah, for the last 4 earnings, red, slight green, more green, very green. Hold it, play with the trend until it ends. Easy money. ROKU. Easy hold. 600% in less than a year. In March, I think this is March 20th. 600% in 8 months. 670% in 8 months. Next, SQ. Don't remember when I drew this. Doesn't seem like something accurate. But we are bouncing from it. That's interesting. Okay. Choppy zone. Double top. Or broke to a new high. Shut down. Gap down. Choppy chart. Let's clean this up. Last time we bounced was from the GP. We'll keep that one. Wedge doesn't make sense. Trend line is no longer in play. Weekly bull flag setting up. That's a bit more clear. There. Weekly bull flag setting up. Weekly 8 is your guide. Decreasing bear volume. Nothing exciting. Overall, decreasing volume. Gonna have to watch for the volume before this ticker gets exciting. Next, SCR score. Holding up extremely bullish. Look at this. Bull flag setup, held the daily 8. Boom. Broke the wedge. Bull flag setup. Didn't even come close to the daily 8. Boom. Another setup. Or another leg up. Came close to the 1-2 extension. Yeah, close to 1-2 extension. Right now we're actually holding the 1 0.618 extension target. That is so extremely bullish. Held the 0.382. There we go. To the penny. $3. Holding that. The 88 is catching up. Very nice bull flag setting up. Could very well see another leg up. Chart is not necessarily extended yet. No divergences at all. Decreasing volume, setting up for one more move. 1, 2, 3. Makes sense. By Elliott's wave, we will be expecting a 5 coming up. BRAG, never covered this before. Similar to SCORE. I believe it's a similar industry sector. Gaming, yeah. Betting, another name to look at. Similar move as SCORE as well. Popped. Bull flag setup on the weekly. So we popped from 38 cents. Bull flag setup, pop again. Bull flag setup, pop again. Now we're anticipating a sideways action before the next leg up. Holding that 88. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 straight days of green. Gonna watch for further sideways action before the next leg up. Very interesting, this name though. NUMI. Broke the channel. Decent bull volume. Want to see a follow through first thing Monday. Rejecting from previous support. Watch for the follow through, guys. We don't want to be rejecting and then coming right back down. Nice name, nice ticker. Considering if once the bull follow through, we break this 1.65 zone. Let's just say 1.65 to 1.75 zone. A little bit more sense right here. Yeah. 1.65 to 1.8. Once we break that, we'll be looking up at new highs after the all-time high at 2.83. This is based on the last move, the higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay. MMED. Similar idea. Broke, seeing a bit of a indecision candle. It's a bit doji. Could not break the resistance zone, hey? Same idea. Watch for follow through on Monday. Use the 88 as your guide. Alright, next. AC, Air Canada. Bouncing from support at the bottom of the support zone after a decent pullback. Long sideways action. Are we still holding the weekly 8? Nope, choppy action. Let's clean this up. Too many. This one don't need. There we go. Okay. So holding the 0.5. Still liking a setup. Low bear volume. No reason for exit. Low of Friday should be your stop. Easy stop. We can see multiple bottoms here. 21.73, 21.75, 21.67, 21.57. 21 is an easy stop. The 0.5. Okay. Next, Suncor. Bouncing from the GP. That's what we like to see. From here, want to see a follow through Monday. Relatively low bull volume right now, but no cause for concern yet. Yeah, Friday's low should be your easy stop. GSY, last but not least, added this ticker in for review because back when we were looking at it was around 58 bucks and now it's nearly doubled. It's a I like this ticker because it's such an easy trend to identify. Doesn't matter what time when you look at it. Long-term channel after this channel that we were watching before. Sideways action. Now it's a long-term channel. At the upper, rejected from the upside, the upper trend line of the channel. Now we're in the middle. Not an ideal spot to trade. Look for a touch on the lower end of the channel for an ideal entry. That would actually bring us to, does it line up with anything? Would bring us to the 0.5. Ideal entry, extremely bullish. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're looking to get out of debt or build that first pot of gold, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you can get updates on our new videos. Also, check out our website at totalcontroltraders.com. Stay safe and be in control. I will see you in our next video. Thanks for watching, guys.